So here we are then. This is the Vox White Shadow. And it's a shadow of its former self. Let me focus this. Oh, that's worse. Stupid. It's a very old base. These were made in the mid-80s and they only made them for a couple of years. It looks on camera better than it actually is. I mean, all this is really gunked. Let me just get round here and get some light. And you can perhaps there's a film of stuff all over the fretboard, so we're going to clean that off and polish the frets up. And am I going to bother leveling them? I don't know yet. I just don't know. The pickups, the pole pieces are all rusty. I'll perhaps do a little bit with them. These. Look at that. Why would you? Well, people do, don't they? I think this needs replacing as well. There's something going on with this. There's an issue with the machine heads as well, as I showed you in the other video. They're all loose and everything. So yeah, it's just a good clean up to start with, and then we'll have a look. See you in a minute. So I've got the neck off. It's the first time that this neck has ever been off the body. You can tell by the way the screws are holding in the body, the way that they're holding the neck on. It's the first time this has ever been off. Quite a lot of fretwear, look. Oosh. I mean, I don't want to spend any time or money on this as if I can. Truss rod adjustment in the end on these. I mean, this is what colour the wood should be, as it was originally, and then that's what colour it's gone over the course of its age. It's quite a dirty, it's a very naughty, dirty colour. It's like an old snooker cue in the back of a snooker hall. What's that? It's just a scratch. But yeah, one piece maple with a rosewood board. The nut is so old and lame. Even the reveal of the strings, how much fretboard pokes out after the strings, is uneven. There's loads more fretboard showing on this side than that side when the strings are on. But like I say, I'm going to spend no time or money on this. I don't. It's just a clean up and set it up as best as it can be, really. Hey, this is the neck pocket. Let's get some light. That there is the Japanese symbol for rubbish. Scrap, you see that? Rubbish. That's what it means in Japanese. Yeah, anyway, that's the neck off. I'm going to have a go at the neck before I even look at the body. See you in a minute, baked tater. So here we are. I've decided to level the frets because there's quite a lot of fret damage. I mean, let's see if we can focus on this. These have been hammered. So I've decided to give it, fucking hell, look at that one. It's going to have a complete fret level. I've straightened the neck. Luckily there's no twists in it or anything. It's all nice and straight. Just on Facebook. Lovely Facebook. So yeah, it's having a full fret level. This is what's was going on with the tuners. The holes are so enlarged now that the screws are doing nothing. The nuts were not tight at the top, so there was turning in the wrong way. But I'll sort it out. The nut plastic and the actual nut slots are very sloppy. What a lot of people do when they're changing strings, they lay the string over the nut, and then they kind of press the string down here and tighten it up with the other hand, and then what it's doing, it's pulling the string through the slot, and it's acting like a saw, like a round saw, and it takes them down and makes them sloppy. I'll do a video on changing your strings, because I've seen loads of people do this and it is actually damaging the nut, not just on basses, on acoustics and electrics as well. So I'll do you a quick tip video next time I change my strings. I've done it the other day and I was going to do a video, but I forgot about it because I'm going senile. But I will do. So yeah, that's all ready for a fret level. Let's rock. So this is perhaps the deepest fret leveling I've ever had to do, man. This is so close. It's the only fret work that this guitar has ever had, and things will have to get so bad that the frets almost needed replacing. Normally you can get 2 or 3 fret levelings out of a set of frets, but this has just had 1. And if you look here, let me focus that, it's not really even got down to that one. I think there's enough clean metal in the middle of the fret, because the indentations are at the side of it. I think there's enough clean metal, let me get in close, in the centre of it to call it good enough, because we're going to crown this, so these edges are going to be rolled over anyway. But that's the only one that's a problem, really. There's enough there, but at least the frets are bang on now. They're all level with each other. There's quite a lot of shit that I had to get off them. Like I say, this was the deepest fret leveling I've ever had to do, because if the frets get too shallow, they're going to be no good. But everything's bang on now. I'm sure I'll be able to crown them indentations out. So what's left now is the crowning and then the polishing, because each of these, they're all flat now on the top. They've been ground flat, and as you know, I was always said I was never going to do a video with fret leveling and crowning, but I think this is my 3rd one. So yeah, these are all flat at the minute, and they need to be half round. They need to be rounded over into a small. So they are very fucking oh, I swore them bollocks. Oh. So yeah, they're very skinny. Nearly swore again. So these frets are on the last legs. It's going to be a complete refret. It don't get used hardly though, this bass. It's just sitting in the corner of a recording studio doing nothing. I think I was probably the first one to play it for about 20 years. So this will last it, you know. But yeah, crowning now, and then polishing, and then God knows what. See you in a minute. Hey, anybody recognise this? This is all done now. Got its fret leveling, crowning and polishing. Fingerboard's all been cleaned and treated. It looks beautiful now. That problem fret is completely sorted. There's the tiniest discoloration on the fret that shows where it once was, but perfectly playable. Very slinky frets now. This is going to be a fast bass, but everything's playable. Well, it will be playable when I put it back on the body and that. I'm actually going to stick it back on the body. The body ain't ready yet, but I'm going to sort the machine heads out, get them back on, and the old strings are still on the body, so I'm going to put the neck under tension again. I don't want it shifting whilst I'm doing other things, but yeah, looking groovy. How's that? A bit different to what it was, eh? Nice. Anyway, I'm going to do a part 2 of this video when I've done the body and the bridge and everything, and it's all back together. So until then, baked tater.